What up, Chicago? This is another video of Adonis crazy fucking rant. But, okay, I want to talk about Chicago. Now, Chicago's been a great mecca city, and it's had its problems. We got our ghettos, we got our good parts, and it's all the separation of everything. You know, the ghettos were made to keep you from getting a better life. And once you notice that's the kicker, is that you have the power to overcome your things that you need to overcome. Don't look at the media and let them control what your mind thinks and put you in that state of mind that you can't get out of your situation, because you know what? You can. So, let's talk about what Trump's about to do. He wants to come in here in Chicago and bring in the National Guards to fix the problem. But the problem we can fix ourselves in our community. We've tried, we've done many things, but now we need to talk directly to the gangbangers, you, the people who are shooting people. And why in 2017 are you still gangbanging? What reason? You're holding down the block that you're renting on. What? So, I don't know. I don't get it, but if you need to slang and do what you have to do to get out of your situation, to make yourself better for the future, I understand you have to do what you have to do, because they set it up where you only have alcohol, sugar, and salt, and greasy foods, no good produce or good meats or anything in your grocery stores to go buy any of this stuff. And the trains stop running around your house at certain times, making it difficult for you to get back to work where the money is. So I understand how you were put in a situation. But many people get out of those situations. It's up to you to try to buckle down and just work your ass off and get to what you need in life. Because if you leave it up to someone just to give you something, then it's not going to work out. And trying to slang for the rest of your life is just not going to work either. But I understand. You have to do what you got to do to survive, especially when the system's against you, and that's fucked up. But just, if the National Guards come in here in Chicago, now we all know that it's Chicago and we will fight the fuck back. And it would be a big war here. It would be insane, because we would be pushed to the limits and we would have to show what our limits are. And we've seen this kind of thing happen before in Detroit, where someone got back from the military from fighting for the country that they lived in, to this officer that was racist and decided, hey, let's go to this fucking celebration for this guy that fought for our country and show them that you're not a hero. You're just another guy, and I can make life hell for you just because I want to. No, bitch, that shit doesn't work anymore. You know what I mean? There's too many people on our side that are fighting for us. But what happened in Detroit in that particular time is this cop comes into this party starting shit for people, and then the guy pushing him away, fight started, he calls him for backup. The other people try to explain what's going on, and they're not listening because they're racist cops, and they're just listening to this one racist cop that starts shit. So now everyone's hostile because they were there, they know what's going on, so they're fighting back. Then more police come, and then they're fighting, and then communities fighting, police fighting. When it got overwhelming for the police because the people took over the police, they called in the National Guard. So now we have the National Guard and people, and it's just fighting, going back and forth, destroying Detroit, fire bombs and gunshots and people on the roof. And the people of Detroit are destroying the fucking city. Well, let's see, the National Guards had a lot to do with that. Over one thing, because a racist cop decided to come into a party and start shit when he could have just stayed at home and just did something else. You know what I mean? Go watch Barney 5 or something. Whatever. But knowing what happened and the people weren't stopping because the people were like, no, this was wrong. We're fighting for our rights in our city. We work here. We built this city. We have our rights. So what do people with money that owns everything? They were just like, okay, you want this city? We're just going to take all the money and the businesses out to the suburbs around it. And now what are you going to do? Here, have your city, but where are you going to work? What are you going to do? How are you going to eat? How are you going to support yourself? Keep your city. We'll take all the money out of the city to the suburbs, and now all the suburbs around Detroit are prospering. What did this start? People wanted to just be them and celebrate, and one racist cop came in and started all of this drama. This is the story of what happened to Detroit. Something that's been forgotten about, but if Trump comes in here in Chicago to fix the problem, but the problem has him bringing the National Guard in and bullying us and putting surveillances and going in with like the National Guard and the Army and neighborhoods, that's not going to do anything but add frustrations and start war, civil war, which he's already started, civil war, but like that's going to start right here in Chicago if we don't come together and be like, hey, let's fucking find different ways to work things out and figure this out for ourselves before some maniac comes in here and causing war. Because if the National Guard and the Army comes in Chicago, just the mentality of Chicago is going to take over and we're going to fight back because there's been injustices going on for many and many years that we're at our boiling point. So calling in the National Guards at this particular time will destroy Chicago. Maybe that's Trump's plan because he saw what happened in Detroit. But we have to be smart enough to not let that happen. We just need to work on things ourselves and work on the problem and talk to people, teach our kids that that's not the way to go. Game banging in 2017, hello, what the fuck? Like, smoke some weed, chill the fuck out, get some head, or whatever you need to do. But like, come on, Chicago, we need to get this together. And one more thing about getting things together, we need to, as an art community, music, art, film, we need to stick together. We need to stick together because we will end up destroying ourselves by competing with each other when we can work together and make things so much better, if you know what I mean. So let's try to think about not just ourselves, but a group. Because when you live in society, it's a village that helps raise kids and teach each other and help each other to make for a better life. So be good, Chicago. I love you. And let's be strong and not let this crazy 4 years get to us, because we're powerful than that. And we are the people, and we just need to take the power back. Lock your money down. I tell you, lock your money down. Don't go out and buy everything. That's the way you stopped the madness and the commercialism. Support your local artists, support your local stores, support the small man, and in return they'll support you. All these big conglomerates that don't care about the art or about your health or your wealth or what's best for you, they just want their money. They don't care about the artistry of things or the health of things. So remember, lock your money down, be kind to each other, and if you're against the man, don't go out and buy a cell phone or buy new shoes or buy all this crazy shit and then bitch about fucking the man. You're buying into the man. The man, you created the man by buying into the man. That's how you fight against the man. You don't give them your money. You know what I mean? So be smart and think about each other and care about the people around you. And when you care about the people around you and you help the people around you, you become a better person. They become a better person. It becomes a better world. So let's live together and bring each other together and have love in your soul. Peace. Free the sheep. Love you.